Hello, welcome back to PhotoCity. I'm here with what I would describe as the prime mover of this event, Alan Raw. Alan, tell me, you happy?
I'm delighted. I think it's been an extremely successful day. Everything we wanted from it we've got, and the main aim for the day was to showcase the incredible talent of the street photographers in London, and we've managed to show 5 fabulous photographers. We've had Paul Sanders' work there, which really establishes the scene, because his photographs are architectural shots of London, and that sets the scene for it, and we've got that with the profiles of each photographer. And then on the following 4 stands, each one of those is an excellent street photographer with their own particular style. So we've got Christian Cross, we've got Linda Wisdom, and they're both London-based and doing extremely well. And then we've got, of course, Matt Hart as well, who is one of the 4 Fuji ambassadors, superb, and he does photo walks in Paternoster Square. And then we've got Rob Bentley, who is a rising star of street photography and an ex-student of Matt's. So just to be able to show their work, showcase it in such a prestigious venue, right on the steps of St. Paul's, is a dream come true, really.
So, HIP, Hull International Photography Gallery, the clue's in the name there, it's from Hull. How did, and I include me on this, how did a bunch of Hull photographers and artists take over Paternoster Square?
Well, it's down to Matt Hart, really, who is represented by the HIP Gallery in Hull. Top street photographer, as I say, a Fuji ambassador. He does photo walks here, and he realised that this is a great venue. And if you look at the floor of Paternoster Square, it almost looks like an aerial floor plan of an exhibition anyway, with the white lines on there of where walls should be. So that's exactly what I've done, is create walls where those lines are. And we spoke to the management of Paternoster Square, who were only too pleased to host the event, and with Fuji's support as well, asking me to commission it, to curate the show. That's how it's happened. So I've involved the various different organisations in it, involved the artists in it, and what we've ended up with is a really good collaborative event. My bit really was curate the art, which I enjoy.
And talking of curating the art and finding artists, how did you come across, I mean, we know Matt from the HIP Gallery, but how did you come across the other 3 London artists?
Well, yeah, we do know Matt from the HIP Gallery, but Matt he's a real mover and shaker in the world of street photography. He runs Fujiholics, and so some of the other artists have met Matt through his street walks, or just through his reputation. So by working alongside Matt on this, I've been introduced to the talent that is Linda Wisdom and Christian Cross. And then Robert Bentley is from Hull, where we are based with Hull International Photography, and he's a volunteer for HIP Club, teaching young people visual literacy using photography. And he's been a student of Matt's when we've put Matt on at Hull International Photography Festival doing masterclasses. And it's just become apparent over the last few years that Rob has a real natural talent for street photography, of candid photography of any sort. And I spoke to Matt about it, and he totally agreed that he really needed to have his work seen to a new audience, and central London is ideal.
Now, PhotoCity, and the idea of PhotoCity seems to be that you take photographers from a city and you display their work of the city that they're from, in the city that they're from, so the people that live in the city and go through the city every day can look at photographs of the city. Is that completely crazy, or is it an idea of genius?
Hopefully somewhere in between, because that sounds like a fun place to be. There is a wealth of talents in every city, which is generally unnoticed. And that's because quite often the most talented of the photographers just don't shout about how good they are because they feel embarrassed to. and they don't actually believe it themselves that they're any good until somebody who's a curator like myself tells them they're really good. So sometimes you just have to intervene and say, you really should be showing your stuff off, and we're going to show it off. We're going to do it now in your own town. And where do you want to be well known? Where would you like to be celebrated? Where would you like to be recognised for the talent that you've got? At home, in the place where you've developed it, on the street where you took the shot, by the person who's in it. Surely there's nothing more personal than that when it comes to a personal achievement.
So we've got an idea that is PhotoCity. We've got an execution for the first time that is PhotoCity. Where do you think it's going to go? Do you think this is an idea that's got legs?
I do believe it's got legs. I know it's got walls, and they can go to city after city. I can't tell you what the next city is going to be yet. It's a kind of happening. That's what it is. PhotoCity is a happening. It will happen. It'll be in a city near you, and I hope that people will support it, go along to it, and check out the talent that they've got around them. Get involved. We will be taking submissions for the next one of people in a particular city who would like to show their work, and we will really enjoy looking at all of it that comes in, and it'd be like kids in a sweet shop looking at loads of amazing photographs.
Well, I'll be looking forward to going there, so better watch this space.